So what do you do about that never-ending record of I promise I'll change, I'm going to heal, I'll do whatever it takes, give me another chance? What do you do about that? Because it's over and over and over, no matter how many chances you give. So I haven't used this deck in a while, but I was drawn to it, and that's the energy I got when I picked it up. It's like that never-ending cycle of broken promises. So it's collective, guys. Don't force it to fit, especially readings like this. And you can book a personal with me. We'll look at your own situation. My email's right under my profile picture. The yin and the yang. Right? It's that balance of dark and light that you're constantly searching for. And when you're in a relationship with someone who continues to make promises they can't keep, who promises to change, and you're looking for that balance in the relationship, so you keep giving chances. You keep giving chances to someone who never pulls through. What else, Spirit? Branded and foolish. Okay, so this is that energy where it's like your higher self knows they're not gonna live up to the promise. And the branded, that's like a trauma bond. That's that toxic addiction. That's that feeling. For a lot of you, you may be empaths or healers, I'm getting. And so in your mind, if you just stick it out a little more, you just try something new, well, maybe this plan will work, it's gonna get better. And it's funny, I just had a reading with a client about this. That's the energy. I think I'm still keyed into that energy of just, you know you're being a fool, and you get upset at yourself about it, but your heart's so big, right? So it's hard to just walk away. And the guarded here, it's like you struggle with two energies, right? Part of you is guarded. I know you're lying, right? You know it's not going to get better. And then there's that part of you, that trauma bond, that connection you have that's become toxic with this person, and you just want to help them. Nobody wants to see someone they love fall flat on their face. That's difficult. And so you suffer in silence. Suffer in silence and resisting change. And that change is changing the way you deal with the person. Being willing to step back and let them fall flat on their face. Let the lesson happen. Get out of the way. Let them hit rock bottom. That's difficult to do. And so what do? Because now you're stuck. You're stuck in this never-ending cycle of wanting to believe the lie. I call it the beautiful lie because it sounds so good. And it makes you feel good at the time. Okay, they really sound serious this time. So this time it's going to work. And it never does. And look, rebirth. I feel like this is Spirit saying you've got to rebirth yourself into putting yourself first. Because if you let this kind of energy drain you, then you're no good to them either. If you continue to bail them out of the lessons they need to learn, you're no good to them. Now it's just the two of you in a never-ending toxic cycle, and they're bringing you down. And the way to rebirth yourself is you have to step away. And you have to understand that as hard as it's going to be, you've got to heal yourself first. Give this person to God, to Spirit, to the universe, whoever your higher power is. And yes, sometimes some of them will hit really hard rock bottoms. You know, maybe some of them need to be in jail. Maybe they need to be in rehab. Ultimately, what everyone's looking for is that happily ever after. Whatever that looks like to them, right? Even an addict has a dream of a happily ever after. Whatever that may look like, it may not look like yours. And I feel like if this is your reading, you get caught in that quest for this happily ever after with someone that you love and you care about. Maybe you've got time in. You've spent time with this person, years with this person. And the thought of letting them fall flat on their face sucks. And this is where Spirit's saying, get out of the way. It's okay. You have to rebirth yourself and take care of you. Walking away. Can't make it up. You have to walk away so that you're out of the way and Spirit, God, universe can come in and get this person on the path they're supposed to be. They have a path. Will we ever meet again? I hear a lot. Maybe. But you still have to elevate either way. And if they happen to elevate their life, maybe at the higher frequencies, at the higher vibrations, you'll come together again healed later down the road. But right now, it's gotten to the point, if this is your reading, is where you're actually doing yourself and them a disservice. You guys are doing each other a disservice. And so this is clearly Spirit saying you have to walk away and you have to heal yourself. You have to get yourself to a vibration where this isn't enough, and you realize that you can't fix this kind of energy. You're not a rehabilitation center for a broken person. You can't live on hope and potential and lies that you know aren't true. For some of you, you may be convinced that this is your soulmate. This is a person you're meant to be with, no matter how horrible they are. And so some of you are even defending this person. You're even out there fighting for this person's reputation, fighting for them to get better, fighting to keep this relationship together. And that could be your soulmate. It very well could be. It could be your twin flame, if that's the ideology that you're attaching to this relationship. But in this energy, it's damaging and it's dangerous and it's slowly destroying both of you. It's very codependent. It's very toxic. And I feel like Spirit's saying you got to step away for a while. And so this is what you do. You got to heal you. Because unhealed, you're no good to either. You're no good to yourself and you're no good to this person. Do the shadow work. This is the hard part. This is the part everyone wants to avoid, right? That shadow work where you take a step back and you're like, yeah, this is horrible. This is horrible for me. It's not going anywhere. It never will. I'm fooling myself. I know it's a lie. I know they're not going to get better until they hit rock bottom, until they get so low that they have nowhere to look but up. But if you do the shadow work for you, leave this person to God. Do the shadow work for you. See this for what it really is and heal. Heal the parts of yourself that have a hard time saying no when you know this person is a liability to your overall being, your mental health, your emotional health, for some of you, your physical health, your financial health, your overall stability, your joy, your peace, all of it. It's that shadow work. For some of you, you may be in your dark night of the soul, and this is where you have to address all those shadows and those traumas and the pain and choose you and not feel bad about it, not feel guilty, not feel bad because you're choosing to take a path that's going to lead you to where you're meant to be, and that's joy and peace and happiness and true love. This isn't true love. This has become codependent and toxic. If this is your reading, you're attached to someone purely based on trauma. Between two worlds. I just said, some of you, you're like, I want to believe it, and part of you wants out. It's like you're stuck there, and your higher self is trying to get you to move on. And so if you're in this place where you know these lies aren't real, but you love someone so much and it hurts you to think of them hurting, no matter what they've done to you, that's you, stuck between two worlds. And this reading, I feel, this came across your FYP, this is your sign that you've got to choose you, and it's okay, and don't feel guilty. You can't feel bad. Because this relationship is a dead end, and that's where you're on. You're on a dead end. And I feel like for some of you, you've already hit that brick wall at the dead end, and you keep banging into it, and you keep waiting, and you keep trying, and you're dealing with someone here who has no balance, who is unhealed, who's unaware, and who's dragging you down with them because they don't want to be alone on this dark journey. People who live in the darkness don't want to live there alone. So this is why they'll find good, kind, beautiful people with a lot of light and drag them down into that darkness because they don't want to be alone down there. But if they get down far enough, they have nowhere to look but up, and up is light. Get away. Get off this road to the dead end and choose you. If your person's meant to be with you, they will be with you eventually. And if they choose to stay on this path, that's their decision. But your life doesn't have to end. And there is no shame in walking away from someone, even if people talk. But there is no shame in choosing you. And I think that's where a lot of people get stuck, is that it looks selfish, right? If I just walk away from this person and leave them in the gutter and I go save myself, that looks no shame in that. You have to save yourself. So this uncertainty, this is meant to get you thinking. So I hope this reading helps. It's time to go, and I hope you have a beautiful day.